This is the best LEGO Star Wars R2-D2 set of all time. It came out March 1st at $100 with 1,050 pieces. The set number is 75379, and it comes with a grand total of 2 minifigures in the form of Darth Malik and R2-D2, one of them being an exclusive for, of course, the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars. I'm extremely excited to get into this set because it shows that LEGO can do a really great set with a lot less pieces, $140 less than the last one. And it makes you wonder, why can't they do more things like this at a more affordable price? I'm gonna be discussing all of that in this video, but first let's open it up. So obviously the front of the box is very simple. You have a look at the twin deserts of Tatooine with that weird blue color. It's a teal of sorts. Not the hugest fan of this. Again, I guess both of these sets from March are from A New Hope. I guess technically all of them, other than the one Province, the Invisible Hand set. And yeah, you have the back. This looks like a Death Star, just tendered hallway. You have a look at the plaque, which you get, which is a UCS plaque, which is not unheard of. They've done plaques like that in non-UCS sets, like, say, the BD1 set. And you get a look at the features, and you, of course, have the little handbars to pop it open. So let's do that. Looks like there's a total of about 12 bags. And I want to take a second to look at the actual instructions. I think this is a very good depiction of what actually is included in the set, much better than the front box, because you get to kind of see the plaque and everything, which you don't really get a feel for. You have a little stud at the bottom, which usually they have a figure there, so that's a little odd. And then I guess you build the Darth Malik minifigure towards the very end. And then you have a little comparison to him in the movie, when he is gliding around. There he is, finished. Alright, so first up we are going to discuss the minifigure of Darth Malik. He is the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars minifigure in this set, and he can go right next to the 5 minifigure we have gotten in a previous set. So what makes this character so special? He's a character from the Old Republic, and he has an exclusive mold on his head, I guess a breathing mask of sorts. Now, we're going to go through the details and talk about him a bit, because he's probably the most interesting part of this set, and certainly the most unique. Comes with his standard lightsaber, as well as a very simple red print that looks very good. It is on the back torso print as well, which is very nice. In terms of face print, it does get a little interesting, so you can take this new piece off, and he has the same respirator kind of printed on, if you could see that. It's just a little less obvious than with the giant mold thing that you have around his head. He has some printing in the back of his head, which is pretty neat, and then of course he does come with a little cape, because of course all Sith Lords come with capes. And he's a cool figure. I haven't seen nearly any complaints about him. He's very solid. He looks like his counterpart in the games, and I hope we see him in some more canon material. Just a cool minifigure. Not as many just obvious issues like the 5's one has that you can point out. I like him a lot. And this is the plaque. This is a printed plaque, not stickered. It has the manufacturer, the model being an R2 series, his height, his equipment that he comes with, and his primary sensor color being red. I don't know how any of that is relevant to the LEGO set, but it does come with the minifigure with the back printing, which is nice. It's still getting used to phasing these into LEGO Star Wars sets, so I'm still getting a bit used to that. And it's just gorgeous, of course, as always. You're getting 2 figures in this set. One of them this barely counts as a figure, but it's not advertised heavily, especially on the front of the box art. So it's nice to have here, especially the plaque. The plaque you don't even know is there, pretty much unless you open the set. All right, here he is, the beep, the bop, the boop, R2-D2. Instead of the man, the myth, the legend, because he's not a man, he is a droid, and he looks epic. He has a lot of features I want to get into, and we're gonna start, I think we'll start at the struts, and we'll work our way around him. So starting off, these are the legs. They look absolutely great. I love the detailing on him. It looks very similar to even the UCS R2 detailing, and we'll talk about the UCS set later. Feet look very good. I like the use of these brown pieces for the little coils it has. I think gold is the actual color, but this looks solid. You also do have these little guys I don't know what you call them, battery packs. That's kind of what I call them. And they work great. They have a couple functionalities. But to explain those, I need to show you the third strut. This is his third leg, his little thing that pops out of his torso. I don't know how else to describe it. And it's very simple to take off. So you can look under here, you have one of those grill pieces. It's very simple. He doesn't have the storage area where it's actually stored up in there, like say in the UCS model, but I'm okay with that because that did not function very well for me personally. It looks good, very nice little third strut, and you have some functionality with how you can actually position the legs. This is obviously one of the main features. So you have it in that position, and you can kind of angle it this way. Technically, you don't even need the third leg in like I had for it to be in this position. You kind of have him sway to and fro. Look at him go. Yes, sir, gritty on him. He definitely doesn't have nearly as much, say, functionality as like an R2-D2 minifigure where you can spin him all the way around, but it's very cool. So you can angle him this way, and you can angle him this way, and you can even have him look forward a little bit. If you want to have him look down on like I don't know, Baby Yoda or something, you can have him do that for certain. Now next I want to take a look at the head, of which there is significantly less functionality than say a UCS set, which is $140 more. You don't have each angle where a different like feature, like a lightsaber could pop out. You don't have all that, but you do get the point across. It's his face. You have his little seeker projector thing right here. You have his little mouth, his little eye, which looks nice, or camera lens, whatever you call it. This is a sticker, and this is my one piece of flack I will give to the set. The stickers don't flow super well. You can see it. You'd see that's a sticker, and you can see that's a brick. You can tell very obviously. They do that better in some sets. This one is not a great example, and I really wish it was printed. Being said, you have all this. You have this, which is actually, I lost one of these pieces while building, so you technically are supposed to have 3 of these. Again, another sticker, and you get the full head. You get the full picture. One of my favorite pieces personally is the little printed dome top up there. That is great for this set, and I love it. And there is an extension which was included in this, and that is his little eye seeker type piece. Very simple attachment. It's not in particularly close to anything. You could literally just do very simple attachment, very plain, very easy build. It can't be stored anywhere on him, but you can just place it down here like so, and it gets the job done. And he sticks it out, he can look around, he can survey the area, and he can do a good little job being R2-D2, which is nice. Now working your way down the torso, again, you got more of those stickers I am just not a fan of. And then you have some of these grill pieces, which I do like. This is a custom 3-piece build, and this is a 1-piece build, and it's all just worked in very well. There's a little button, I don't know what you call that. I don't really want to know. And then you have these 2 features. So first off, you can take this brick off, and then you are given this additional design when you're building. And basically, this can be used pretty simply. You just put it in, plug it in, and then boom, you can shock someone with it. It's a very simple design. It stores relatively nicely, so if you want to keep all the parts together, the set together, you can do that. And it looks okay. It doesn't look perfect. The black pieces, really, this should have been recolored. I do not know why it wasn't recolored, these pieces. They could certainly use a recolor, but it's okay. Yeah, it gets the point across. I see what they're doing. I know they want to make it easier to disassemble. Same deal on the other side. You take off those tiles, and you get his little shocker thing. It's very easy to attach again. You can have him load up, he could log in, steal the database, and then he could log out. Both of those fold down very nicely. They make him look pretty epic, actually. And those are the main play features. All right, now here are the 2 models together. This is the $240 UCS R2-D2, and this is the $100 playset kind of R2-D2. They both have a lot of functionality. This one is objectively more beautiful. It has to be. It's $140 more. That's double the price of this one and an additional $40. And I think that for the price, it's not a bad set. It's just a little much. You know, especially compared to what you get added value in this. You get the same communication of R2-D2. You get him to look nice. This is not him in his prime form. This is him in his play form. And this is him in his, I guess, prime form. But you get him in his play form too. He has the functionalities where you can, poke out things. I have a full review of him and I will leave a link to that because I put a lot of time into it back in the day. And you can get cool things, like you can have him stick out his thing. This is not a sticker, which is nice, and you could have him stick that out if that's something you're really interested in. Personally, I think these features, say in the head, are far more interesting because you can get the little, like, I guess, what would you call that? Web finder, the camera. You get that to pop right out and it works itself right in there. Or you could get Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, which also is right on in there, which is very cool. But you know, it's not the same. I think you're getting a much better value out of this. You're communicating R2-D2 and it looks cool. Like, this looks okay. It's not the best set, it's not the worst set. I personally seriously struggled and I had some serious issues with this set because of some of the technique inside being very unclear. I might have even built it wrong just based on the way it looks right now. And you know, it has its faults. It's certainly very obvious faults in my opinion. It's not nearly as functional as you can see what I'm doing with it right now. It's very hard to position. And that could be me, it totally could be me, but I have heard it from other people too, that it's not the best functioning model of all time. But you do, again, you get some things like this little shocky guy, so he could, you know, grab things. And again, like pushing it back, you need to have two hands, and you need to do it properly and everything like that. This one you can mess around with more. It's more of a play toy, and I like that for it. So it depends really what you're going for. If you want a beautiful R2-D2 model that looks just like the guy, you could get this one, or you could just get like a model of R2-D2 for like $100 less. I have one, looks great. Don't need to spend all the money on the Lego. Or you could get like one that looks like a Lego, feels like a Lego, functions like a Lego, plays like a Lego. I think that's why this is the best version of a UCS style R2-D2. And I know there have been some Technic ones, but really it was a tie between this one and the UCS one. It's not a competition. There's been some other small ones. And this is great. It's a really great set. Now, I will be fully upfront. I would have never considered buying this set on day one at the $100 price, if not for the Darth Malik minifigure. And that's why this set is interesting, because it has draws for a number of people. For a broad scale Lego fan who's just looking for a fun time, wants a good set, this is a great set I would get my cousin or something like that. Not super into the niche lore of Star Wars. And it comes with a Darth Malik minifigure. Now, there are a lot of fans also who want the set strictly for the Darth Malik minifigure. Which is why I think, like, if you're someone who doesn't look at Lego Star Wars that much, if you're just like, this is a cool set, I want to buy this one. This is just a review you're watching. Get it, and then sell Darth Malik. If he's not someone you're interested in, he'll go for a lot of money. I've seen him go for $40, $50. Just because people don't want to shell out the extra $50 to get the R2, which is understandable. I figured I like the R2 enough, so I'll try it, I'll do a review on it, and that'll basically offset the cost, so thank you for watching. But it's a really good set. I strongly recommend it, especially once it starts going down to the $80 price range. It's going to be an iconic Lego Star Wars set. It's going to be on shelves for a while, I have a feeling, because it is so broad and such a great and iconic character. I do not see this leaving shelves for quite a while, so you have time to buy it if you want. Darth Malik's not going to be going anywhere. I wouldn't be shocked if it's on shelves for another 3-4 years. Either way, I will leave a link in the description for you to buy it using my Amazon affiliate if you want to. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. So God bless and stay awesome.